Hey guys, this is Jamie with gettingcrafty.net. Today is International Women's Day, so I thought I'd bring you my own collection of
I'm a woman.
and I have another one downstairs, but they've deemed she's not considered a woman yet. So we're gonna create a woman-themed card today, inspired by my daughters and the in the moment stamp set that they picked out to create with this. So we're gonna go ahead and celebrate the women in our life with a beautiful handmade card that celebrates the women in your life. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to grab the Enjoy the Moment Designer Series paper. I just love this paper so freaking much. And my girls picked out the pink, so they like pink. I don't particularly like pink, but they do. And they actually picked out this one. Here, I actually was leaning a little bit more towards this, but this is going to be kind of a, what I would say, layered project. So you guys can see how we're going to create that right now. The girls are like, Mom, you have this. Apparently, I have this. So I'm going to be doing some watercoloring, and I'm going to, in order to protect the actual image, like if you use a water-based ink, like a lot of our inks are, and then you watercolor, your image will get blurry, which is a great watercolor look. But I really want something a little bit more saturated and firm in its integrity of its design. That's the word I'm looking for. No idea. Why is that crooked? Now, I have a tendency to believe that when you stamp, if you stamp things straight, if you use the grid paper, you will end up stamping things straighter. I think it's this optical illusion that works really well. So we're grabbing the Saddle Brown Stays On ink pad, and it does not smell as much like almonds as the black one. I'm just going to be honest. If you know me, very partial to the smell of black Stays On ink. It smells just like almonds to me. So here we go. And the girls picked the colors for this. They like the brown because it symbolizes their hair. And we're going to go ahead and grab that. And we're going to watercolor. So the colors that they picked for this project was the Coastal Cabana and the Mango Medley. And we're actually also going to grab the pale pink here in the petal pink. So I think that's going to be a good color for her skin tone. My daughter did comment recently that she found it really frustrating. We've lost all of our California color, and we're approaching 2 years here in Indiana. So it's kind of expected, isn't it? So we're going to grab the Wink of Stella. Now this is going to watercolor in glitter. So it's kind of fun. And we're just going to go ahead and color that in. It's really a sunsetty image. So if you didn't know, you can watercolor with our Wink of Stella. It's really a pretty way to accent any project, in my opinion. And I've been asked about the stamp pad. So like, what if it gets a little bit into the stamp pad? For me, that's not a problem. Not at all, actually. I really like a little dash of wink in anything that I do, but this is not hard to do. Now, we want to pick a contrast. This is very pink, and if you know me, I'm not a huge fan of pink. Actually, Linda's really wonderful. She's one of our stampers who always reminds me pink's just a light red, and I like red, so there you go. Now, I'm going to go with the Mango Medley next. Give it a little squeeze. This is a quick, 10-minute card. Really easy to do. Now, I have pink on here, and you want to clear it out. This is my trash napkin, so I'm just kind of like going to clear off the tip till you don't see any more color. Transfer. Then we're going to pick up the next set of colors. I love this hat. I have an affection for hats. One of my friends, the kids call her Princess. Her name is Mac. We met wearing hats at an event, and it was by the same designer. And they were both really large handmade sun hats. And I still have mine. She still has hers. And we knew the moment we met, I said, we're going to be longtime friends. And we have been. Who would have known? And we keep in touch, even though she's back in California. She's an amazing 6th grade teacher there in Southern California. Now we're grabbing the Coastal Cabana. Oop, that didn't transfer. So what you want to do is, while it's closed, give it a good squeeze. It's designed to have like a little give, and I have some nerve damage to my hands, and yet I have no problem doing that technique. Again, I'm going to just kind of clear off that yellow. The Wink of Stella will keep going and going, but I'm one who will have multiple Wink of Stellas. First of all, I lose them. And then secondly, it is an addiction. a legit addiction. Now, where you see a little coloring tip, where you see dark lines drawn in, those are areas you want to highlight with extra color, in my opinion. Right here around the pits, maybe underneath, and you just go through and I apply color to that area first, right here. And you could make the belt yellow if you wanted to. I don't know if that's really necessary. You can make it brown. Actually, I think I'm going to make it brown. I'm going to grab our soft suede ink because it looks like she's standing in front of some beautiful railing, and we'll add that at the end. This is really an easy handmade project to do. So I'm going to go ahead and color some of that blue in. Follow the integrity of the stamp. So you're going to want to follow the design here, and it will be an optical illusion. And the mountains are a major part of the scene of what you see in California. So this is a really fun way for me to kind of nod to our history and our life before the Midwest. Where are you located? Go ahead and comment and let me know. And because it's watercoloring, you don't have to be like so heavy with it, right? I'm going to go in a little bit darker around the bottom of her shirt there. These are little optical illusions here, and just kind of pull it out. Now, I could easily watercolor with our watercolor pens, and they come in a trio pack, so 3 different sized tips. But I wanted to create a little bit of a nod to this Sunsetville right there, and that's how I'm going to do it. This is a quick card. The majority of it is this scene really says it all. Like, it does all the work for you. Right there. Right there. And then maybe you just kind of highlight the little moon moments right there. We had a full moon just recently, like last night. I was outside snapping a photo of it, and I love photos of the moon. It's so silly but true. I don't know if you guys are the same. And we're going to go ahead, set that aside here, grab the soft suede. And once that is in the well of your ink lid, it usually just stays there. It doesn't change, like it'll just stay where you have it. And then we're going to go ahead and fussy cut this out with our paper snips. Now, I don't know if you're a red wine or a white wine person. I like a good red wine. I make a really delicious sangria, and it makes me happy. I actually think she needs a little bit more brown in her hair. Why not? Right? My girls have beautiful dark brown hair. I grew up with like a dirty blonde. And so it's funny because they really are more my mini-me's. But because they have brown hair and brown eyes, people don't see it. I think that's just so interesting. So we're going to go ahead and fussy cut this out real quick. Okay, I really love how easy it was to cut. Now, I did cut apart the hand so I can get in there. I really want to give that appearance of her really looking at the image. So you can see there, oh, it's perfect. Now, if you don't know, we used to own some time up at the Big Bear Lake mountains. And so I'm looking here to see if my Merlot is right here. Merlot's very dark. I kind of want it to be a little bit brighter. I think I'm going to go with the cherry cobbler. Now, we are going to make the whole glass kind of sparkle, like even the clear. I'm going to kind of go in and do that because it's glass. And then we're just going to pick up a little bit of that cherry cobbler and go in right there, nice and vibrant. So easy. Again, I'm going to clean the tip. And the reason I clean the tip every time is you might set it aside and think you'll do it later, and you won't. And then you'll mix up your colors and become like frustrated, right? Nobody wants to become frustrated. Now, this is a great card to create in just a couple of minutes. All the measurements and the supplies for this are on my blog at gettingcrafty.net. I think it's beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and use dimensionals to apply this to the card. So I'm grabbing some as we speak. And I like to give some good support to my projects. So as my grandmother, she was a nurse, she used to tell me, make sure you have really good undergarments and shoes because a girl needs her support. So I took that to heart, let me tell you. And then I really want to put a greeting on here. And the girls were leaning towards sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. I'm leaning to you're always so good to others, be good to yourself. Because I'm going to gift this to one of my girlfriends today who helps basically run our church. And so I thought this is perfect for my friend Jennifer, and her daughter is besties with one of my daughters, so pretty fun. And we're going to go ahead and stamp that. Now you can use the stays on again. You can use whatever you want. I think the red, no, I don't like that. I think I'm just going to go with that brown soft suede. Here, there's a lot of pink mountain to be had. So I'm going to go ahead, come down here. You're always so good to others, be good to yourself. And it's true, ladies, if you are not being good to yourself, nobody else will be. That's my theory on the matter. So I may be wrong. Probably not, though. Okay, so we're going to put a dimensional right behind the hand and the hat just to give it some additional support while also holding the hand back to the hat for that there. Coming down, you could really kind of go crazy here. I added a little there. I don't know if I need this many. You guys, I might be going a little nuts. I actually had it was, I think Sue, we were at a stamping event and she like OD'd on the adhesives and I thought that was too funny. Now, there she is. Super pretty. It does look like she's just looking off into the bright new world here. Let's go ahead and grab some dimensionals here. And actually I have this, we might as well use it up on the side. So I'm going to use the dimensionals on the side. I don't like to throw those away. So I end up using them on the back of projects just like this. And I'll go in and I'll just slice the sides and pull them apart and do it that way. Now, I usually grab my take your pick tool. Here, I'm just going to, you can usually just do this. Or you can take it right off of the dimensional, pull the backing off, and you're all set. Now, I think this is stunning. I think it's missing a little bit of more sparkle. Can you tell I like my sparkle? Especially on a quick handmade card like this. So in order to celebrate the top, we're going to add some adhesive backed rhinestones. And my favorite way to grab those adhesive backed rhinestones are with our take your pick tool. So this is the world's best invention. And especially since I've picked up acrylic nails, right? You just kind of, I don't know. Oh, actually, it might be too much. I kind of like it. It might be too much. I don't know. Odd numbers are best, so you want to apply this with odd numbers. I'm going to go with 5 right there. And usually I just use the gummy piece here, and then I keep the lid on it when I'm not using that. I think this is a really simple and easy handmade card that delivers wow while celebrating the women in our life. I think it's beautiful. What do you think? If you haven't already, make sure you've subscribed and hit that bell. We'd love for you to create with us all week long. I think this is a really sweet card to celebrate people in your life, and a just because card is a wonderful way to cheer somebody up. So I think this is a perfect look. What do you think? A little quick watercolor, a handmade card in just a couple of minutes, and it's so much fun. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell, and we want to see you craft with us all week long. And then check out these upcoming videos. We would love to see which is your favorite. Let me know if you have any questions. Subscribe, hit that bell, join us. Let's create and make the world a more beautiful place, one handmade card at a time. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. Goodbye.